Today's episode is presented by A24's harrowing new horror film, Bring Her Back, in theaters everywhere, May 30th. Nearly 2 years after bludgeoning the box office with the overnight all-timer Talk to Me, brothers Danny and Michael Philippou return to conjure even more terror from the aisles with Bring Her Back. A brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother, played by Oscar-nominated actress Sally Hawkins. Bloody Disgusting's Megan Navarro calls it the feel-bad horror movie of the year, with scares as visceral and brutal as you'd expect. Discover how death can be undone in Bring Her Back, exclusively in theaters everywhere, May 30th.
This week's episode is sponsored by a true story, the chilling new horror film, The Ritual, in theaters June 6th. Starring Al Pacino, Dan Stevens, Abigail Cowan, Ashley Greene, and Patricia Heaton. The Ritual is based on the terrifying possession of Emma Schmidt and what became the most documented exorcism in American history. Two priests divided by doubt must come together to face a darkness that challenges the very limits of their faith. Don't miss the movie critics are calling a spiritual successor to The Exorcist. Coming to theaters everywhere June 6th. Get your tickets at theritualmovie.com. Today's episode is sponsored by A Hard Place, the latest film from the mind of veteran horror director and indie filmmaking guru Jay Horton. When 6 criminals on the run from the law need to lay low, they find themselves trapped in a hard place, caught in the midst of ancient war between the creatures that roam the night and the monsters that rule the day. A sure-to-thrill creature feature starring Felissa Rose and Bai Ling. You can buy or rent A Hard Place now on Amazon Prime Video.
Hello everyone! The clip you're about to hear is from one of our exclusive Patreon episodes, and just like all of our other episodes, it might contain major spoilers. You've officially been warned. If you'd like to hear the episode in full, just head on over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/horrorqueers and subscribe today to get hundreds of hours of exclusive Patreon content, all for just $15 or less. That's patreon.com/horrorqueers. Without further ado, here is your Patreon clip.
It is also somewhat hard to not feel like, okay, you've seen half of this season.
Yeah, I have an idea about where this maybe should have ended or what they should have done differently to make this feel more satisfying. Complete is a great word for it. I still like this, but it's also because I know where we're going after this. So, the anticlimax of this episode doesn't really affect me as in the same way it probably does you.
Yeah, and I'll confess, because you fed me enough little kernels of where we're going, I think even I was ready to accept this. You know, when you get to the last couple of minutes, you sort of realize, all right, I'm pretty sure I know where or how this is going to end. And yet, if I was not a game player, or if I didn't have someone like you in my life, I think I would feel underwhelmed by this.
Well, and actually, I'm going to take this moment. I have to offer an apology to both you and our listeners because I'm going to explain my thought process here, even though it doesn't excuse it. But in those early episodes, in episode 2, when it was revealed, when they revealed Abby's relationship to Joel, you know, she's the doctor's daughter, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, cool. So there is no possible way we are going to be sticking to this, like, day 1, day 2, day 3, go back in time, timeline, because we've already revealed the big Abby thing. So what's the point? And while, again, I'm explaining my thought process here because I just thought there's no way they're going to mimic the game narrative. And as we went further and further into the season, I was like, oh shit.
Damn.
I spoiled that for everyone. but I also do think that I think it's kind of a mistake to make the cliffhanger ending of this episode be the rewind to day 1. Here's my fix for this, Joe. Honestly, I don't see why we couldn't just have the reveal of who Abby is be the cliffhanger ending of this season.
Okay, so you think we could have left it as it was in the game?
I absolutely do. Because I even think, and maybe you can kind of help me with this, but like as a non-game player, is the rewind in time a twisty enough twist or reveal type thing, as opposed to who is this girl that killed Joel 7 episodes ago or whatever?
It's interesting because I feel like if we had have seen it play out, random girl shows up, just kills Joel, and then we don't see her again for 5 episodes, I do feel like people would have a huge issue with that. I don't know if it would pack the punch. Like, I think people would just be left questioning. But also, I do agree with you that, like, when we end where we end, folks, yes, we've kind of already spoiled it. We've maybe spoiled it repeatedly over the conversations of the last, 7 episodes. But yeah, when we get that rewind and it's Seattle Day 1, I was just like, this is nothing. This doesn't make me feel anything. It didn't capture me in any way at all.
I think it would matter more if you actually cared in this moment about what Abby was doing over the course of those 3 days. And
sure, yeah.
I don't know if you feel that way about this character because you haven't seen her for 5 episodes.
Yeah, and the fact that it says Seattle Day 1 and we just watched Ellie's Day 1 through 3, it tells us, okay, that's where we'll go next. So it does have a certain element of anticipation, but it wasn't like, oh, wow, I can't wait to see what Abby's next couple of days looks like. It was very much like, oh, okay, so we're just shifting perspectives.
Hello, Toxic Avenger fans. You know what that theme song means. It's time for another exclusive audio clip from The Toxic Avenger in theaters August 29th. This time, we bring you the sounds of someone cooking breakfast and listening to the news. Enjoy.
From New Chemistry High School for varsity tournament season. Coach Stanwyck, what can we expect from the Crimson Beaks this year?
New Chem is gonna nuke them.
Wouldn't want to be the Kennedy Cougars this Saturday, huh?
Man, fuck the Cougars.
Oh.
Fuck the Cougars!
Oh my God. So switching gears, we have a special exclusive.
Okay, that's great. Do you want to be part of a winning team? Want to stand up against the forces of evil, like the Kennedy Cougars and beyond? Join the fight at I'mWithToxie.com and then see The Toxic Avenger in theaters on August 29th. That's I'mWithToxie, TOXIE.com.